In a heated exchange in the House of Commons, a Home Office minister refused to comply with a direct request to publish detailed figures on the cost of providing benefits and council houses to asylum seekers. The refusal came amidst growing accusations that the government is deliberately attempting to hide the true financial burden of immigration from the public. Critics argue that this lack of transparency undermines public trust and fuels further controversy over the handling of immigration policies. The minister, however, defended the decision, claiming that the data is complex and could be misinterpreted without proper context. This response has done little to satisfy opposition MPs and campaigners, who are demanding full disclosure to ensure accountability. In today's video, we will watch and react to this clip, all whilst going over all of the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Just a quick one to say we do have new One Keir t-shirts available on our website. Go to britishstand.com or check the link in the description. Have a look.
Mr. Kitchen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Housing asylum seekers in hotels, and there were 6,000 more in just the first 3 months of this government, is spectacularly expensive. The Home Secretary's policy, then, is to make asylum decisions quickly, so any costs of the migrants she accepts can instead be hidden in the welfare system. The Home Office itself admits in its impact assessments that it has no idea how much her policy will cost in benefits claims and council housing bills. Mr. Speaker, will the Minister commit today to recording and publishing all these costs for migrants whose asylum claims she accepts?
Minister.
I don't think, Mr. Speaker, I'm going to take any lessons on money from the party opposite, who spent £700 million to send 4 volunteers to Rwanda and left huge backlogs and over 90,000 stopped asylum claims, people in hotels without being able to leave because they were trying to get their fantasy Rwanda programme off the ground.
In this exchange, the opposition raises a valid concern about transparency and accountability regarding the costs associated with asylum seekers, particularly the long-term financial impact on welfare and housing systems. The request for the government to publish these figures aligns with democratic principles, ensuring taxpayers understand how their money is being used. The minister's response, while politically charged, deflects from addressing the core issue. It shifts focus to the opposition's past actions instead of directly committing to greater transparency. While critiquing the opposition is a standard political tactic, it does not answer the substantive question about publishing cost data. The opposition's request for transparency is reasonable and essential for informed public debate. Without clear figures, it is challenging to assess the effectiveness and efficiency of government policies, especially when they involve significant public expenditure. Publishing these costs would allow for scrutiny and could lead to better policy making. If Labour is advocating for transparency in asylum-related spending, they should lead by example. Publishing detailed financial assessments of their proposed policies would demonstrate credibility and accountability. It would also set a standard for responsible governance, allowing voters to compare the costs and benefits of different approaches to asylum and immigration. In summary, the government should address the core issue by committing to publish relevant financial data. Labour, in turn, should uphold the same transparency standard for their policies, ensuring voters have the information needed to make informed decisions. In some other news, British-Israeli woman Emily Damari has been released by Hamas as part of the first set of 3 hostages freed after Israel agreed to a ceasefire in Gaza. The Red Cross said that Damari, 28, alongside 31-year-old Doron Steinbrecher and 24-year-old Romy Gonenware, are now on their way towards Israeli forces in the Gaza Strip. An IDF source told reporters that the 3 hostages are in good health and have crossed over into Israeli territory. A senior Hamas official told reporters, "The 3 women hostages were officially handed over to the Red Cross at Al Saraya Square in the Al Rimal neighborhood in western Gaza City. This occurred after a member of the Red Cross team met with them and ensured their well-being." In a statement, an IDF spokesman said, The 3 returnees are now being escorted by an elite IDF unit and Shin Bet security force on their way back to Israel, where they will undergo an initial medical evaluation. IDF commanders and soldiers salute and embrace the returnees on their way to Israel. Emily's mother, Mandy, said, "After 471 days, Emily is finally home. I want to thank everyone who never stopped fighting for Emily throughout this horrendous ordeal, and who never stopped saying her name. In Israel, Britain, the United States, and around the world. Thank you for bringing Emily home." While Emily's nightmare in Gaza is over, for too many other families the impossible wait continues. Every last hostage must be released, and humanitarian aid must be provided to the hostages who are still waiting to come home. We ask that the media please respect Emily's and our family's privacy during this time. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the ceasefire would not commence until Israel received the names. There were some scenes of chaos during the handover between Hamas and the Red Cross, as Hamas gunmen stood guard on top of the Red Cross vehicles that are holding the 3 women. Damari, 28, who holds dual British-Israeli nationality, was taken hostage from Kibbutz Kfar Aza after Hamas killed around 1,200 people and abducted approximately 250 in its horrific October 7th attack. Israel responded with an offensive in Gaza that has killed more than 46,000 Palestinians and left hundreds of thousands displaced, the Strip's Hamas-run health ministry has claimed. The war has come with diplomatic ramifications as Israel faces outrage and isolation over the death and devastation. Netanyahu faces an International Criminal Court arrest warrant on war crimes allegations and separate accusations of genocide at the International Court of Justice, allegations that Jerusalem strongly denies. Lastly, a TUI plane sparked chaos as it collided with a catering van at one of the UK's major airports, causing a number of delays. The incident took place once the Boeing 737 aircraft had landed and was taxiing to its position outside the terminal at Aberdeen International Airport. The aircraft, which had arrived from Tenerife, struck the ground vehicle while parked next to a KLM plane. The collision led to a 30-minute delay in passenger disembarkation, with no reported injuries. Passengers were left without information about the situation, with one traveller claiming there was no communication from the cockpit regarding the collision. The incident resulted in passengers being unable to leave the aircraft for approximately half an hour after the collision occurred. One passenger reported visible damage to the aircraft, saying to the Press and Journal, "When I looked out the window at the side of the plane, the bottom part of the wing looked cracked. I personally didn't feel it, but a woman opposite me said she felt a jolt," she added. The incident led to significant disruption for passengers, both arriving and departing from Aberdeen International Airport. The crash comes after the airport snatched the title of second worst across the UK for flight cancellations, according to the latest data. Research conducted by the Civil Aviation Authority, CAA, indicated that just over 5% of flights departing from Aberdeen Airport, 124 in 2,386, were cancelled last September. On the matter, a spokesman for Aberdeen Airport said, "Airlines will reluctantly take decisions to delay or cancel flights for a number of reasons, including weather issues, air traffic congestion, delayed arrivals, or technical issues they may have with aircraft. On-time performance will always be an area of focus, and we will continue to work with our airline partners and their handling agents to support them in improving overall levels of efficiency." What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British political content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.